All right, we are live. Welcome, everybody. It is November 18th, 2017 at 8:09 p.m. Yes, this is the Joe's Project live podcast on this Saturday evening. Thank you for joining. And I have my co-hosts are all with me this evening, and I think I kind of about screwed up. I wasn't sure. I didn't send out notifications well enough to everybody except Center. And so I kind of caught everybody off guard, so I apologize, Jim and Adam. That's my bad.
No
I'm
problem.
sorry. And
geez.
No problem. We're here.
No problem. Yeah.
Jim says, "Don't let that happen again, dude." I was like, "Oh man." So yeah, it was my bad, man.
Dan's gonna send you a letter.
Yeah, Big Dan. Yeah, that's right. Let's see if we can. Let's see here. See if we can get stuff pulled up here. Is it going to pull up? Anyway, we heard the sad news. We've all heard the sad news of Malcolm Young passing away, rhythm guitarist of AC/DC, and that was I saw that early this morning on my feed, my phone, man, and I just was like, what? But from what I understand, he had some health issues going on. So yeah, it was sad, man.
Yeah, 64. It's young. 64 years.
Yeah.
Oh, he was? See, I wasn't sure how old he was. Wow, that's not old, man.
Yeah, that is young.
That's
Very
not
young.
old.
Dementia.
Yeah,
He passed away from dementia, I guess, right? That's what they say.
Yeah, complications from dementia.
Oh, that's
Oh,
sad.
man. Golly.
What a rhythm playing monster,
Yes, absolutely. Sure was, man. Sure was. What are y'all's thoughts about AC/DC and your favorite song and stuff like that? What's y'all's opinions on that?
Well, for me, the first back in high school, I was listening to AC/DC, like Hell's Bells.
Mm-hmm.
Some of that was, I think that was like some of the first that I remember listening to them. But was always a fan. I mean, but that was first for me. Was like Hell's Bells.
Mm-hmm. I always favored Whole Lot of Rosie. I love that song. That's my favorite.
Yeah,
I know it's an older song. That is like my favorite. That has just got some really awesome guitar playing in that song.
A lot of
I love
energy.
that song.
A lot of energy in that song. I love that riff. That riff
A lot of
is
energy, yes.
fun to play, and it's fun to.
Mine was
It
always
is.
That's for sure.
my favorite. My favorite was always "Ride On" from
Oh, yeah.
Dirty Deeds album.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's
You guys,
cool.
Bon Scott or Brian Johnson?
Both.
Yeah, I like
there
both,
you go.
man. I like both. Yeah,
Yeah,
I do like
same
both.
here. Same here.
And
I'm
I
not
thought,
on one side of the fence or the other. I like them both too.
yeah, I love them both. I was talking to Center first before you other gentlemen jumped on the stream here, and was chatting with Center, and he said that Axl Rose is lined up to do another album with AC/DC. Did y'all know that?
Yep.
I didn't know he was doing an album, but I know he filled in for Brian Johnson, and he did an outstanding job. It was actually mind blowing how good he did.
Mm-hmm.
It was it was a different Axl when he played with him. It was fun to watch, really.
Yeah. But I guess it was just rumors. I could have swore I thought that they were getting Brian Johnson back, but apparently that's just some internet stuff going on. I was like, wow, that's kind of messed up right there.
Something must have happened that we haven't heard. Right?
He's sick too, is he not? I think my wife said, is he not sick as well, or having kind of?
I thought he had issues with his hearing, is what I thought it was.
Oh, was it hearing? Okay, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
because
damage from racing cars.
Oh,
is that what it was?
Yep.
Wow, I didn't know that, man. Golly.
Hey, just looking at the chat, I see Dan Hall's here, and so is the Vigilant. Hey guys.
Yeah, Big Dan, the accountant, and the Vigilant. Hey, man.
Hey guys. Yeah, right on.
Thank you for joining, man. Thank you very much. That's awesome, man. So it makes you wonder. Well, I don't guess they're going to get him back since they're Axl's lined up to do another album. So it's just kind of like, wow, man. I don't know. It's kind of. I don't know. It makes me wonder. Is that true about the hearing, or was there something like Center said? Or was there something else that we just don't know about? This underlying, this just
Well, I heard that he was. I think he was cleared to return. I think
He was. Yeah.
That's
So
that's
what
I
something
thought.
else.
Yeah, some really bad stuff must have went down, man. Something.
It's not really going to be AC/DC because you're only going to have Angus as the only original member.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. Because
bass player retired, drummer got in trouble.
That's right. He got in trouble last year or 2 years ago, right? For that threat or whatever he made.
Yep.
Yeah,
He got into some serious allegations. I was like, uh-oh. Yeah.
Not really. It's not going to be AC/DC, really.
No. Let's face it. Malcolm Young was the driving force behind AC/DC too, right? As the rhythm player. So I mean, he's going to be sorely missed because he was one hell of a rhythm player.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like all these bands are getting older. When is the time to retire? When do you hang it up?
That's a good question, man. That's a good question. And when they do that for so long, I mean, that's all they know. It's like, what are they? Right. What they probably sit at home and probably get the itch. It's like, man, we got to do something. We got to go back on the road or something. It's just like, man. But as you get older, you just can't do like you used to could, especially touring and stuff.
No.
And then you have like Kiss, right? They're gonna basically sell it as a trademark, right? Kiss is going to wear the makeup, and it's not even going to be the original members at some point.
At some point, you're correct. Yeah, it's just going to be like a tribute band, like, you know what I mean? It's just
right,
like Steel Panther. Panther doing Kiss,
right?
No, pretty much.
They have.
And then what happened with Gene Simmons and the Fox News deal?
Oh yeah, tell us about that, Jim. I forgot the whole story.
Because
Adam was asking me.
Yeah, I'd like to hear that.
Yeah, I'm not on all the details, but I know that he was at Fox doing I guess he was doing an appearance on there or whatever. And I think after it was over with, he went, talking about discussing all the, all these sexual allegations, I guess, have been coming out lately from Hollywood and some of the comedians. And I think he kind of took a stand that he was against all of it, but I think he went in the boardroom or something after it was over with and made some comments and basically got banned from Fox for life. So he won't be back on no more.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Center said he took he tapped somebody on the head with, was it a book or something? Somebody said.
Yeah.
Were you saying he went into a meeting and ripped his shirt open and showed his chest or something?
Yeah, he was. I mean, he was a good-looking man, and
he must be a gorilla, but I don't know about that. That looks like a shaved ape. Give me a break. What a lunatic!
Oh my God, man!
See, he couldn't patent the devil horns. Then now he's onto this stuff. The guy's all over the map.
I think he swallowed too much fuel when he spit in that fire.
I think you're right. Too much kerosene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Got into his head.
Yeah, I remember when hearing in Ace Frehley's book or reading in Ace Frehley's book when he first learned how to do that, they brought a magician to one of Kiss's practices one time, and they were showing him tricks, and the guy did spit in the fire like that, and Gene Simmons wanted to learn how to do it, and he showed him, and there was a couple times where Gene Simmons went to do that, and he accidentally swallowed the kerosene.
Whoop.
And it made him really sick.
Oh man, imagine the gas from that. Look out! I need the bathroom.
Oh my God! Yeah, it's crazy, man. I was like, man, but yeah, I didn't know that about Gene Simmons, Jim. Thank you for sharing that. I did not know that at all, man. Yeah. Good Lord.
Well, I thought he's going off the deep end. He's charging $1,000 for a box set, right? So.
Yeah, I think he's
to have 10 minutes, 15 minutes with that box, basically, or is it a day or?
No, that's $50,000. If you just want the regular box set, it's $1,000.
Yeah, the vault. Yeah, just for the music. Yeah.
For the music. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Forget that.
Uh-huh.
That's a guitar, man. I don't know what he's talking about.
Man, you can keep your box.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Insane, but hey, to each their own. I think he's slowly starting to lose his marbles, poor guy.
Well,
I think so too, man.
He's hurting for money, so right. So.
Yeah, well,
is he hurting for money, or is he just
No.
continuously greedy? I think that's
greedy.
It's greedy, yeah.
He's greedy, man.
He is.
He's greedy. Let's see who else we got. Oh, Miss Lynn. Miss Lynn, how you doing? Miss Lynn popped in. Vintage Sounds. How are you
Miss
doing,
Lynn.
sir? Thank y'all for hopping in. We appreciate it very much.
Hello, guys.
You're sitting here chatting. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah, I think he's just greedy, man. We know he's got plenty of money, and I think Gene Simmons just likes to keep having his face in the press, man.
Right. Well,
any kind of press is good press, according to him.
Yeah,
anyway.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's like in Gregg Allman's book. He was when he was younger, he was doing some stuff, and they gave him a bad review on something when he was a lot younger, and he called his family. He said, "Man, they gave me a bad review," and I think it was his uncle, because Gregg Allman never got to know his father, because his father was murdered when Gregg Allman was just a baby. But I think it was Gregg Allman's uncle, and he said, "Any press is good press. At least they mention your name, son." That's what he said. And I was like, "Wow, how about that?"
Wow.
Hey, Mr. Randall Fisher, how are you, sir?
I think I can do without the bad press.
Right.
Yeah. That's kind of rough. Let's see. Moving on to another subject I was wanting to touch on. Jim is the proud owner of a new Katana 100-watt head solid state. And Jim, I'd like you to talk about that for a few minutes, if you don't mind, man, because I know you're having a blast with that thing now that you got the bugs worked out.
Yeah, it kind of came with a few bugs, but they're all kind of worked out now. But it's everything. It's everything it's said to be, at least in my opinion. It reacts like a tube amp. It sounds incredible. And of course,
wow.
Of course, Center has one. He has the combo, and that's what really sold me on talking to him, and listening to his, and but yeah, it's everything, man. It's a great little amp. I mean, it's powerful. But
that's awesome.
even that 5-inch speaker, and it sounds really nice. So, surprisingly, I was kind of on the fence of what it would sound like being, it's 5 inches, but it really sounds pretty good. I actually seen a YouTube video where somebody was playing with it to see if it could handle playing with the drummer, with that 5-inch speaker, and it held up pretty good. It held its own pretty well. I mean, not it wasn't powerful cut through, but in a 100-watt mode, it's pretty.
It'll cut through. It'll cut through.
Yeah.
It'll cut right through. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll deafen the drummer at that volume. Yeah. Killer.
It's real. It's I'm a big Line 6 person, so it's something a little different, but
right.
But it's really it's everything it's said to be. I'm a big believer in it, and can't wait to really scratch the surface of it.
Can't wait to get them center patches. Them center patches in there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, I got a whole bunch of them for you.
How many channels does that thing have? It just got, does it have like a rhythm channel and a lead channel, or how does it set up there?
Well, it's got the four. It's got the clean. It's got an acoustic, it's got like 5 different amp types. An acoustic amp. And it's got clean, crunch, lead, and brown. The brown sound that comes from that. That other rolling amp, and then of course you got your patches. It's got factory preset with it comes with, which sound great. The factory ones, because I couldn't get into the software when I first got it. To really delve deep into it and scratch the surface. So really, the last couple of nights, I've just played around with it in the factory presets, and with the EP boost and the EQ, it sounds phenomenal.
Wait till I send you this app. It's called Sneaky Amps, and it's about 25 different tube amp styles. So you have like Bogner's, you have Mesa Boogies, you have various Marshalls, Fenders. Yeah, just wait.
Wow. Hey, Senator, when you send that stuff, can you just Jim get it, and can he just drag and drop those files right into that?
What you do is you go into the Tone Studio, and you'll go to your library, and you click the add, like you import it, right? You just go to that file location, you import it, and then you can create live sets, like I was telling him, you can set up your practice routine with the different tones you want for that day or whatever.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, it seems like the possibilities are endless there. Man.
Yeah, it'll hold as many as your computer can hold because you're saving it on your computer. So.
Right. And like you said, that parametric EQ really opens that amp up. Just using because I couldn't access the built-in EQ last night, but I used my MXR EQ to the effects loop, and man, it just made it a whole different.
Oh yeah. I'm a big believer in EQs and EP boosters.
Yeah. I see where Randall Fisher says in the chat that he has the 50 and he thinks it's awesome. Yes, Randall, I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah, the parametric EQ is the secret to that amp. You just wait, Jim.
Jim's like, let's get the hell off this podcast, man. Let's end this damn thing right now.
Yeah, Jim just wants to go jam.
I would too.
I lost connection.
Yeah.
Jim's going to drop out. Yeah.
I can't hear you.
He's going to drop out.
I don't blame him. I'd be the same way. Mr. Timothy Pierce. He says, hello, Joe, Adam, Jim, Center, everyone. Happy Saturday and happy Thanksgiving. Yes, it's hard to believe that's coming up, isn't it? Wow.
Same to you, Mr. Pierce. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, same to you, Mr. Pierce. It's golly, man, it's coming so fast. It's unbelievable.
And then Christmas will be here before you know it. So.
Yep.
Oh, God. Yeah, what's on y'all's Christmas? What's on your wish list? I think Jim's done got his, but yeah. What are you wanting, Adam? What would you like from Santa?
A direct box.
Yeah, a direct box, a mic, maybe the Beat Buddy. The Beat Buddy, I think, would be the best.
Oh,
yeah, I wouldn't mind getting one of those, but who knows if Santa will bring it? Santa's too busy looking for buying everybody else gifts, right? So, I want to buy my kids. Actually a katana. I also want to get them one. Maybe the 12, like what Center's got. Unless Center might sell me his and move up to the 100 watt, just buy Center's. But that's what I'm looking to get for them. So yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. I'm going to get a katana for the kids because then they both have an amp they can play out of. Because right now they have that Line 6 and it's okay, but it's good to have two amps and I got two guitars. They need one more amp, so.
Right.
And that way I could play. So it's sort of a three-way gift when you think about it. So.
Yeah. Oh, you'll like it, Em. Trust me.
I think any of them, including the mini, is. I know Dan Hall's got the mini katana, and I think all of them sound.
That little son of a gun. That little son of a, sounds phenomenal. That little. Mini. I just watched a video of Rabia doing a demo with it, man. I can't believe that big sound that little sucker gets. This sounds great. It sounds like thick and lush, like you get a big sound out of it, I mean, of course, at quiet volume. It's not going to play with a drum set or nothing, but it's got a damn good sound on it.
I think
for what it is.
They hit it out of the park with this thing. The clean channel also on that thing is I can't describe it. It's just so lush. Yeah,
it's that rolling chorus circuit is what they're using.
Yeah, just JC 120. Yeah, it just sounds incredible. I see where Randall Fisher says talking about what cord do you need. So I bought what I thought would work, but couldn't get it for some reason.
Cord for what?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I see where Mr. Pierce says he's going to be hunting next week in Maryland, so he won't be around for his podcast.
Be careful, Mr. Pierce. Wow.
What are you going to be hunting for in Maryland? Just curious.
Yeah.
Bambi, right?
Wow, man.
Dan says,
are you a bow hunter?
Sounds great.
Are you guys? Timothy, are you a bow hunter? I got a nice carbon spider turbo up for sale. Sorry, Joe. I had to put that in there.
No, dude, that's cool. You ain't got to apologize.
I have a super
something
nice
to sell, throw it out there.
Yeah, Spider Turbo ZT bow. Yeah. He's probably a gun hunter, though. So
it's kind of like Joe's Marketplace.
Joe's Marketplace, yes. Hey, Joe, one sec. Let me just go see what else I got. I got lots of things kicking around here.
So I got stuff for sale too.
Yeah, we can do live from the Joe Wentz project.
Oh my goodness!
New gear.
Yeah, I got 5150 guitar. Anybody's looking for one?
Oh, Uh-oh.
And you ain't kidding. You ain't kidding. You're selling that sucker, aren't you, Center?
Yep. It's up for
Oh, I
sale.
thought you were kidding. Oh, he's for real. Oh, uh-oh.
It's up for sale. That's
There
it.
you go,
and
folks.
it's-
Center has got a
and it-
5150 stripe for sale if you're interested.
And it's number 57, isn't it? If I'm
That's right.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is number 57.
Yeah. Oh,
Mr. Pierce
wow.
is
Let's
going to be
see.
hunting. He's going to be hunting deer. Well, good
Oh, dear.
luck.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Oh, very cool.
He said,
Wow.
I just picked up a 2-button switch from Guitar Center and unleashed the boost and gain boost in my igniter, hand-wired 20 watt. I love this amp.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's a nice amp. That's
Yep.
boutique
Yeah.
boutique stuff, man. Very
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah, that is nice, man. Very nice. Wow.
That's a tone aficionado right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
but the Katana, man, like I said, they hit a home run with that. Because I've used this, these this modeling Line 6 for so long that,
Yeah.
and I'm really happy with them. I mean, they sound, really, really great. But this Katana just gives you a little different flavor. It's got that to me, it's got that two-band sound. At least that's how it performs. That's how it reacts.
Yeah, it's responsive.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah. But, I don't think you go wrong with any of them.
You can't go wrong for that price. Shit. That's
No, absolutely not. That's what.
Oops.
Yeah,
That's what got me.
$349. Yeah, $349 for the head, and you
Yeah.
get all the
Yeah.
Mhm.
There you go for a head.
That's what I was.
Absolutely.
That's what I was
a
bugging
bargain
Jim about
for what
last
you're
week. I
getting.
kept bugging him about it. I was like, "Hey, man, have you played that thing yet?" He's like, "No." He's like, "I've been having trouble with it." He goes, and then the next, what was it? The next night or something? I think you got it, and then got it going.
right.
And I sent him a message. I said, "Hey, man, did you get it?" He goes, "Oh yeah, man, it's awesome." I was like, "Oh, that's fantastic." And I could tell he
Yeah,
was
I had
excited, man.
Yeah, I had a glitch with it when I first, I took it out of the box and I set it all up. Just plugged it in. I mean, it's plugging the power cable in and plug it into your cabinet. But I didn't turn it on at first, and I came back later and I never could get a sound out of it. And I tried through the cabinet, through the headphones, through the built-in speaker, and nothing. And I thought, and so I unplugged it and plugged it all back in, and it worked. So I don't know. It's worked ever since. So I don't, just a crazy thing.
Mm-hmm. Maybe there's like an order. You got to plug it in first, fire it up, then stick your cable into the back so recognize it. You know what I mean? This digital stuff works differently than just,
Yeah.
They could have
Well,
quirks to it, but who knows?
Well, you're so ready to get it out and play.
Mm-hmm.
You just rip it out of the box and plug it up.
Yeah, you just want
You don't want to look at the instructions.
Yep, plug and play and just go.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
No.
Well, you're going to be all set now with that tone lounge.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah. Thanks
whatever
to
they
Center,
call it.
thanks
Yeah.
to Center and all his help. Yeah.
Oh, no problem, man.
He's
More than
got
happy.
the knowledge, man. He's got the
That's the
knowledge
beauty.
now. For
That's
real.
the beauty. And if you get one, based on Jim's
Oh,
positive 5-star review,
Yeah. Yeah,
Is
I
that
already
on your-
got my response for that.
Is
Yeah.
that on your Christmas wish list?
It's on my wish list. That's pretty much probably where it's going to stay. It's on a wish list, yeah.
oh,
And because the response I got was, "Oh well," I was like, oh, "Damn!" I was like, "All right, let's go back to Joe's Marketplace." I was like, "Oh God!"
Maybe.
what if
maybe
Jim does a private message video, of the amp and does the little 5-minute review and sends it to you? You could probably just show your wife that and say, "Look,
The best thing
Jimbo
to do
loves
is
it. Jimbo
he can
swears
just.
by it."
The best thing to do, Jim, is just send it to my wife directly.
That's right.
Just contact
That's right.
my wife and tell her, say, hey, look, Mrs. Wentz, this is the deal. This thing is awesome. You need to get this for your husband. Okay,
You're
I'll
trying
do
to
that.
You're trying to get me killed.
It's a setup. It's a setup.
It's a trap.
Yeah,
It's a trap. Oh, God. No, it's not a trap, man. No, not at all. I just but it's really cool to get a cool piece of gear like that, man, because like you said, Jim, it opens up a whole nother creative avenue, man.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's like you said,
Yeah.
you've been playing this thing and you're like, that sounds terrific. Then you go to another sound. That sounds terrific. This sounds, and it's nonstop.
It's like,
And how long's it been since you've had that happen? I mean, anybody,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
I was
Well,
going to ask the same thing.
I mean-
how long has it been since Jim had bought a new amp? Jim, how old are your amps?
Oh, God.
You know,
Oh
seriously.
my
like,
God!
been a long
Are you kidding me?
would you say
Long
10,
time.
15, 20 years?
Longer than that.
Longer than
Well,
that.
I've been
There you
using,
go. Well,
because I've been using this, the Line 6, the modeling out of it. So I hadn't had to, use an amp. I use that PA, the power amp just to power everything. But
yeah. Well, there you go. Now you gotta finally. Well, you're well deserving of a new amp, right?
Well, it depends on who you ask.
Oh, we all think we're deserving of it. Us guys here think
I
we're
thought
deserving of it. You know that.
Yeah, these guys. But yeah, it's great, man. I highly recommend it to anybody who it's very versatile, and I have to give it another. Like I said, Sweetwater had 43 5-star reviews. You think, how can you go wrong?
Right.
So I had to give it 44. So,
Yep.
There you go. Awesome, man.
Yeah, I've never heard a bad thing about him, ever. Like, half the time when you're in a chat, people are usually asking, anybody have a Kiesel? Anybody try that, the Katana amps? That's what you get a lot of in the chats, like in the big channel chats, because it seems to keep coming up over and over, and when you hear the responses, it's just like, man, people just say, just get it. It's that good. Just get it. Don't worry about it. It's good, And it's you don't get too many products that people rant and rave over like that. So it must be just as good, if not better, than what they say. So,
and in my humble opinion, it is.
I believe it.
I see in the chat where Mr. Pierce says that his amp was built in the amp class, bought it used, have tried several amps over the years, but the egg is it.
What kind of music do you play, Timothy Pierce? What kind of music are you into? We never really, being in the chats, you don't really get to know what the people are into. I'd be curious to see what kind of music you're into.
Oh, and Joe, by the way, Dan says that he's taking your purple OLP. I guess
Oh, yeah.
The accountant strikes again.
Yeah.
You have to pry it from his cold, dead hands.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I see it with my own eyes.
You love that guitar, don't you, Joe?
It is a great playing guitar for $200, man. You can't beat it. That purple OLP. Randall Fisher said, "So Joe, did you have pizza, wings, corn dogs, cheese sticks? What? Let's see. Last night was pizza and wings, and tonight was those little burger sliders and corn dogs. It was tonight.
Well, that was from your trip, wasn't it? Your live trip.
That was from yesterday. Yes, sir. It was. It was from the Walmart trip yesterday. Yes, absolutely. Randall says, "Really, Joe? Will that work for you?" You're talking about have Jim sending my wife a video. Yeah, that was a joke, man. I was just kidding.
Yeah.
No, I was just aggravating Jimbo there. I just aggravating him. Oh man, but yeah, that was from that trip yesterday, and well, we got that. I went in and fixed some stuff tonight. Nothing like what Adam can fix, man. I've seen some pictures of what Adam was making today and stuff. My God, man, that dude is like a top-notch chef.
Oh boy!
I didn't know he could. I didn't know he was like that, man. He was sending. Nothing. Hey, listen, y'all. He was sending all these pictures. He goes, "All right, guys, hope y'all enjoy y'all's meal." And he sends pictures of what he fixed. I was like, "Holy crap, man!" I was like, "Damn, I got stuff. Yeah, I got stuff. I just put in the microwave and heat it up for 2 minutes." And Adam's got this, 5-star meal coming up. Check this shit out. I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "What the hell?" I was like, "Holy crap, dude!"
Yeah,
like,
you had that white chef
hat going off, man.
That chef hat.
Yeah, I had my apron on. Yeah, I had my culinary equipment and tools out, and a couple cans of beer. Yeah, I pretty much spent the whole morning and day cooking.
Hey, that's awesome, man.
All for 15 minutes of eating, and then another half an hour of cleanup, and then it was coffee time. Yeah, it was a lot of work. It was all worth it, though. I love to cook, so yeah.
Hey, Adam, I see where Mr. Pierce is answering your question. He said he likes rock, blues, country, EVH.
Oh, okay.
W.
Oh, killer. All good music, yeah.
Yep. Lynch, cool. Red Beach.
Yeah. Sean, Phil, Collen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he says just call him Tim. Okay, Tim, we got you, buddy.
Tim, okay, Tim. Sorry, Tim. Thanks for answering
cool
that.
Deal.
Just cool to see, because don't know.
Yeah.
We always see him in the chat. A lot of people, I don't know what kind of music they're into. If they're in an EVH chat, you figure, okay, they like EVH, but what else, There's got to be something other than EVH, right? So it's always cool to
absolutely.
find out. Yeah. Because we all
Absolutely.
like all sorts of music, right? And all
Well,
sorts
Tim,
of guitar
Oh, yeah.
players.
Well, Tim, you definitely like all the music that I like, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said Doc, and there you go.
Oh man, yeah.
Have y'all listened to any of that new Lynch
And
Mob?
I still
I
haven't.
haven't yet.
I still haven't. No.
It's really good.
No, I haven't yet. Need to check that out, man. I got this new app on my phone. It's called Play. What is it? Google Play Store or something that, and I can listen to whatever album and just stream all the music for free. And I didn't know this app was even. I didn't know what this app was on my phone, and so I need to check that out. The new Lynch Mob. Yeah, I need to check that out, Mr. Jim. Absolutely.
Yeah, one of their slow songs actually is Miles Away. The video is really cool, but it's a great song. I mean, it really is. It's got a kind of really haunting guitar part on it. So it's really, it's a slower one, but and Oni's vocals, man, he still sounds great. After all these years.
Yeah, it's kind of
they make a good team together.
Oh, absolutely. It's. I'm glad you brought that up. It just sparked something. There's a book that I just got finished listening to again. It's called Power Chord. It's an audio book I got. This really good book. If you're not familiar with the book Power Chord, man, by Thomas Scott McKenzie, look it up, check it out, whether it be, physical form or audio form. Very good book. And he goes and tracks down some of his favorite guitarists. It was from like the 80s era, some of his favorite guitarists from that time period. And George Lynch is one of those guitar players, Jim. And he actually goes and does an interview with him. Now, this is after the heyday of all the, the big MTV videos and the big buses. This is like just, 5-6 years ago. So this is, they're riding in these little Winnebagos and playing these little places. The stardom of the big time thing is not like it used to be anymore, right? Because music's changed. But he says that when he talks to George Lynch, he says it's almost a running joke nowadays. Musicians that are trying to do this for a living, that's been doing it for a long time, part of the running joke is they'll be in Lynch Mob for a little bit and then they'll leave. Just on a dime, they'll leave because they'll get another offer to go in another band that has maybe a little bit more money involved.
Right.
And he said when he went to see Lynch Mob open up at this one little place or whatever, it was an outside venue, and he said they were doing a Dawkins song and George was trying to talk the drummer through the song, and the bass player went over there and was beside the drummer for a while trying to talk him through it. And he said they played maybe 2 minutes of that and then he just stopped because the drummer was lost. I mean, the guy he just started like that day.
He just got in.
Yeah, he just started. So the poor guy didn't know the song. And I was like, damn, man, can you imagine having to do that right when you get there and you're like, okay, we're doing a gig in 45 minutes. This is what we need to do. And like, there's no way, man.
Wolves there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, my gosh, man.
Well,
the Vigilant.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say the Vigilant says he likes to listen to Yngwie Malmsteen, EVH, Bad Company, Steve Vai, and The Doors. Wow, that's a pretty cool spectrum right there.
Yeah, all great music too.
All great, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I was just going to say it's good to see, like George Lynch and Lynch Mob. They're doing stuff to get, he's actually active, like with the with the Sweet and Lynch and all. That's really great too. I don't know if y'all listen to any of that, but it's really worth checking out.
I haven't checked that out yet, but what I have checked out a little bit is the KXM, him and Doug Pennick.
That too, yeah.
That is awesome, man.
He's busy.
I love Doug Pennick's voice, man. His voice is just, oh God, King's X. Oh man, I love his vocals.
He's got great vocals. Yeah, I agree. I like Doug Pennick.
And Tesla's still out touring pretty heavy. I mean, they still sound good. They're still sounding. They hadn't lost anything. They're still sounding.
Still got it. Huh?
Right. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Dang, I've always loved them too.
Yeah, it's good to see those bands still out. Out making music.
Well, that just goes to show you that they do it because that's what they actually love to do.
Instead of
you had
nothing.
Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, and plus you had a handful of bands. I really feel, and in my opinion, that went out there and got it, and they made their money and did whatever, and they just disappeared. You didn't see them. They've never surfaced again. It's like, what the,
Yeah, I see Tim. Tim says here. I don't know if you've ever heard of him before, but Tim said, "Let's not forget Jimi Hendrix." Have you ever heard of him, Joe? I know you're a huge Hendrix fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. I love Hendrix. Absolutely. You can't go wrong with Hendrix, man. And it's pretty wild because it's funny you say that, Mr. Pierce. It's Hendrix's birthday is this month, and if he was still living, man, he'd be 75.
Oh,
He would have turned
wow.
75 this year if he was still living. Yeah, sure enough.
Can you imagine?
That's just wild, man. It's just because all the pictures you ever see are with him when he was still, 27 years old
20,
or younger,
Yeah.
and he was young. So that's how he always be in my mind and everybody else. I couldn't imagine seeing him as an elderly person, but it's pretty wild to think of him at 75 if he was still living.
And another guitar player that we lost a while back was Steve Clark from Def Leppard. Man, he was such a phenomenal guitar player. It's a shame that what happened to him.
Yeah, well, he had a big battle with alcohol and drugs too.
Yeah. Remember they said he was the most unhappy. He was the most miserable millionaire you'd ever meet. But what a phenomenal guitar, what a phenomenal player.
Oh, he was fantastic, man.
Yeah.
Did y'all ever see that Def Leppard movie? It was made for TV. What was it, Hysteria movie or something? You can see it on YouTube. It's not in HD or no. You might find one in HD nowadays, but I watched it probably about 4 or 5 months ago. Because I remember when it came on TV, and I was like, wow, it was pretty wild. I don't know if y'all have ever seen that or not.
No, I haven't seen that.
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it was a made-for-TV movie. It came out years ago, man. Probably in late '90s, early 2000s. And it was about Def Leppard. It was a made-for-TV movie, and they got guys that what they could find that looked closest to the actual band members. And talked about the whole story. And I think it starts off with what's his name, the drummer, driving his Corvette or whatever, and he has that wreck and he loses his arm. I think that's how the movie starts off.
Tim says Historia is the name of that.
The movie? Historia.
The movie?
Oh, yeah, the Def Leppard movie. Yes, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Mr. Pierce is correct. That's right. Yeah, I couldn't remember the name of it. Yeah. But it's very good. Yeah, I'm sure because I know it's on YouTube. You just have to just search on YouTube. You can pull it up if you want something to watch one night. Like I said, I don't know how good the quality will be, but
it'd be interesting. Yeah,
I watched it. Yeah, because it's been so long since I've seen it. Because they got Phil Collen. There was actually another guitar player in there before Phil Collen, and let's see, he was there, and I don't know if Steve Clark was already there or not. He might have been. I can't remember. But then when they got, was it Joe Elliott and somebody else? They went and saw a band, and Phil Collen was in that group, and he was playing, and they liked his playing. They asked him to join, and the other guitar player they had, he was drinking so bad and all that, and he got pissed off and he quit.
Oh, okay.
So it was Phil Collen. Oh, there it is. Yeah, was that Pete Wills? Is that what that says?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pete Wills. Yeah.
Yeah, he was the first one. He was there for a little bit and then he left. And they had Phil Collen.
Was Phil Collen was on Hysteria, right? He was on Hysteria, was he not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Let me ask you: do y'all like the older? Did you like the when Photograph and all that come out? Did you like that era of Def Leppard, or did you like the older one? Like High and Dry.
High and Dry, yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah, me too. I like it all, but I've always favored the older.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a little heavier to me.
Yeah, it had a little bit more. It was definitely heavy. Yeah.
Yeah, I think when they got with this is just a wild guess. I'm not a music professional, but I guess when they got with producer Mutt Lange, I guess he was more of a pop oriented kind of thing or whatever, maybe, or just kind of took him in that different direction because that's when it all changed, wasn't it? With Hysteria, that's when the music kind of changed, right?
Yeah, and plus,
I mean, for Def Leppard, that's what you're saying.
Yeah. The older was just.
Well, you gotta give them credit too, though, because Hysteria, man, they had like 9 singles off that album or 8 singles. Almost every song was a #1 single.
It was, yep.
And I mean, like the last group to do that was like the Beatles, So it was.
Yeah. he did all of it. Mutt Lange did all of AC/DC stuff too, right?
Well, and he supposedly in that documentary I'm talking about, that made-for-TV movie, I should say, Mutt Lange shows Joe Elliott how to harmonize with himself because he sings in a lower register like he's normally doing. Then Mutt Lange, which is played by Anthony Michael Hall. You remember that guy from the Breakfast Club, the guy that played the nerd?
Yep.
He plays the part of Mutt Lange in the TV movie, and he tells supposedly the character is doing Joe Elliott, and he says, now sing that again, but sing in a higher register. And he's like, I can't do that. And he goes, yeah, you can. And he does it. And when he plays it back, he's like blown away. He goes, how'd you do that? He just made him harmonize with himself, and it sounded phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Johnny Bean. Mutt was the Leppard sound. It was all him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was when he come in, that just changed their sound from like the Photograph era into that Hysteria. I mean, it's just totally different, which was phenomenal sounding.
Right. What's up, Johnny?
But I still like the old stuff too. But that new one was awesome. Yes, Mutt was a true member of the band, Mr. Pierce says. Yeah, they say that a good producer is kind of like another member of the band, that he's just behind the scenes and you never see him.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've always heard. What do y'all think?
I agree. Look at Bob Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
Man, golly. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. They got a lot of good stuff, a lot of good songs. Very awesome. And they're still holding up today too, man. They're still playing big freaking amphitheaters and stuff, man. Def Leppard is.
Well, speaking of producers, that's like George Martin with the Beatles, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. What were you gonna say, Jim? I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I was gonna ask Senator what he had on his Christmas list. We didn't ask him, so I thought.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh, yes. What day of the week is it?
Changes every day.
It changes every day. I don't know. I've been looking at SGs again.
Oh,
SGs?
are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Still looking at bases?
Well, that comes and goes. Yeah, that's crazy.
Man. Yeah. I think me and Senator were both on the gas hotline the other day.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy, man.
I was just on there too, So, yeah, it's
a true disease. Wrong with that, man.
No.
Nope. Do I want a black SG or I want a red SG? All these.
Man, if it was me, I'd have to get it. I would look. I said, man, if it was me, I was like, it'd be black or red. And I said, I have to go with the red or the cherry, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know, but man, that's what I'd have to go for.
You could always trade that 5150.
Oh, I'm selling. Well, yeah, I got a plan. It's all planned out.
Gotcha. Right.
I've sold a lot of gear lately, so.
Yeah. Man. Johnny Bean says, listen to Mutt's Shania Twain and Loverboy tunes, and you would think it's a Leppard song. That's wild, man, because I was actually listening to Loverboy earlier this week on that app I got. I was actually listening to some of their old songs. I said, I ain't heard Loverboy in a long time.
See, Shania's from here, and I remember going to see little small band shells and her going out there singing before she was even popular, right? She was.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Way before she was popular. Little towns, little small town festivals showing up. She'd be playing, yeah. And my father-in-law one day, he looked over and when we were watching her, and he goes, you know what? That girl right there, she's going to be something. And it was literally like a year later, and she was, boom, that star right there she is.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Pretty cool, yeah. Shania was...
he was right, yeah.
Yeah, great voice. But yeah, Mutt Lange also, he made her, right, what she is too, so big part of that.
That's what I've always heard, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What I've always heard, yeah. Mr. McAllister, how are you, sir? Thank you for joining, man.
Hey, Spanky.
Let's see. Mr. Pierce says, for Christmas, I just want to sell my Charvel DiMarzio and build a Tom Anderson or get another Zion guitar. Wow. I heard that,
very
man.
nice.
That's cool.
Oh, I like those Tom Anderson guitars. Just that they're just out of my price range, just by a little bit.
Yeah, I'm
by
not.
a little bit.
There's this. I forget the shape of it. It's like a, not Jaguar type, but it's got that. What's the shape
okay.
that it's got? It's a different style shape, but there's a red one that I'm always looking at, but it's just way too out of my price range. Gorgeous guitar though. I love.
I'm glad you described that because I wasn't familiar with that model guitar. I never.
Can't think of the name of it. It's like a Strat, but it's got a different Strat style body to it, where it's more pointy and it's very cool. Yeah, beautiful guitars.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Well, Jim, are you going to do the 2 turkeys this year for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I've got all the grandkids not coming over, so it's gonna be
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I know you usually smoke 2 turkeys a year every year at Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Well, I don't do it at Christmas anymore, because you do it at Thanksgiving and, Christmas comes around and you really don't want it again,
So I thought you did. Okay.
Well, we used to, but it just got to be too much,
Yeah.
Plus, it's too much work, it's like hours a day with all the cooking he did today.
Man.
I forget that. Guess what I'm having for Christmas?
What's that?
Yes. Swiss chalet. Swiss chalet. Do you guys have that down there? Swiss chalet chicken?
Oh,
well.
No, I haven't heard of it.
I just lost you guys. Well, it's the only place to get chicken around here, so it's a Canadian thing. It's like, what do you guys got for chicken restaurants down there?
KFC.
Okay, we'll just call it that. Yeah, that's what's for Christmas dinner. Right there. I ain't cooking no turkey.
Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious, man!
I don't like Jim. I don't mind turkey like once a year, but you can't have it back to back.
Oh yeah, well, we did it for a long time, and it's too much,
Yeah,
you do it in November, you do it in December, and it's just nobody wants it, So we started doing something different, for Christmas.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What about you guys? What do y'all got planned?
No, I'm probably having. Oh, sorry.
No,
I'm sorry, man. I was just going to say we're supposed to. We're going to be doing our Thanksgiving dinner instead of having it on Thursday, which is actually Thanksgiving. We're going to have ours on Friday because I got to work. My stepdaughter has to work, so we're going to have ours the day after. So it'll be on Friday. So that'd be Black Friday. Wow, I wonder if that katana will be on sale Black Friday.
Yeah, I think American Music Supplies closed on Friday. I think.
Oh, rats. Okay.
You want what? They're having a Cyber Monday at AM.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I meant to say. Cyber Monday. There you go.
Yeah.
That's the best time to do it. That's exactly right. Timothy Pierce says Tom Anderson sold parts before he started building guitars. Early Zion guitars have Tom Anderson bodies.
Oh, very cool.
How about that? I didn't know that. That's cool, man. That's awesome.
What do those Tom Andersons run? Just out of curiosity.
I have no clue. There you go, Adam.
Oh, they're like 8, 9, 10, 11 up.
What? 100, right?
Canadian. So in the States, I don't know.
100
Last
or
time I looked. Oh, thousands.
Oh.
7. The one I was looking at was
7,000?
like 7 or 8,000. Yeah. And that wasn't really. That was like a cheaper one, but that's Canadian price, right? So Tim would know. Just a standard entry level. I don't know if you want to entry level style. I have no idea. Probably, I would say up there.
Ooh,
wow.
Maybe 10 even. Yeah. Yeah, they're expensive.
Well, I won't be getting any of those.
No,
that ain't making my list.
It's a boutique. That's your top of the line boutique guitar builder.
My goodness.
You have Sir guitars, and then you got these guys. They're pretty gorgeous looking guitars. Studio.
That's
music.
what
A lot of studio players use them, right?
Yeah.
The guitar.
You said
guitar. Oh, go ahead.
No, it's just he said Sir. Is it Sir guitars or whatever? That's what Pete Thorne has his own model through them, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I saw him playing the gold one at GitCon or whatever it's called. I was like, man, what is he playing? And it was like his model through Sir, I think it was.
It's true, sir. Yeah, one of the local artists here, Ian Thornley, he's a Sir endorsed guitarist too. I think Pete mentioned that somewhere, saying that he hooked him up with John Sir, and John Sir's been building Ian's guitars now. So and he loves his guitars. And before that, he was playing. I remember seeing Thornley a few times, and he was playing music bands like Petrucci's, and so he really liked the music bands. But after that, last couple of shows I seen him, he was playing his Sir guitar. So yeah, they're beautiful guitars too. So.
Well, somebody want to build me a guitar, I'd be playing that brand too.
You ain't lying, man.
Yeah, if they're gonna make it for you, I'd play it.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah, Tim says 2,500-ish, 2,500-ish and up used. The used start around 1,500. So new they're 2,500-ish and up.
Wow.
I seen it was $5,000. I seen a couple that were 8 or 9 and 10,000. Yeah. Still.
Whew.
Yeah.
My goodness gracious, wow.
Well, that's like those Nags guitars. Is that the same kind of thing?
Yeah, I would say.
Price-wise?
Yeah. I think the Nags would be... I don't think you can touch a Nags guitar for under $4,000 or $5,000, right?
I don't know. Those Kiesels, man, for the price, just because, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Senator, you're basically building a custom guitar, right?
Yeah, pretty much everything you want.
Yeah.
Right. Plus the customer service, like you said, is second to none. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I play that guitar the most out of all mine.
Yep. That black Kiesel is my next guitar. Because you can't beat that. You can't beat it. It's a shredding machine. And it's custom. Yeah. Well built.
Yours has a Floyd Rose on it, doesn't it?
Yeah, Floyd Rose.
Yeah, gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Floyd Rose, stainless steel frets, swamp ash body.
It's full floating, right? Full floating Floyd, right?
Yeah.
Center? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's cool, man.
Mm-hmm. I've never heard anything but negative on Kiesel.
I don't have anything bad to say. That's for sure.
No.
Well, I got a friend that lives in Dallas. He's got a couple of them, and he owns about 3 Wolfgangs, and he don't even play those anymore. He plays his Kiesel. So I think I've said that before, but that tells you something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's saying something for real.
Yep.
Let's see here. Big Dan Hall, the accountant, says that's crazy money. Mr. Pierce says depends on the wood and hardware on the upper end guitars. I guess he's talking about the Tom Anderson models, I believe is what he's talking about. Yeah. Wow. Man, man.
The one I'm talking about is the other Tim Pierce, the studio player. He plays one. He pulls it once in a while. It's a red one. It's beautiful. That's the one. It's just a gorgeous looking guitar. If I won the lottery, that'd be my next guitar. It's just you can always dream.
I see where Spanky says talking about the Tennessee LSU game. It's raining so hard you can't see the field. No, Spanky, I'm not watching it. I'm just wondering if you're watching it. Is it in Baton Rouge or is it in Tennessee? Just curious. But no, I hadn't really watched any LSU this year.
No, I don't watch any college football.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I don't watch much of sports at all, really. Not a whole lot at all. Very, very, very seldom. It's in Knoxville, okay. Jimbo. Yeah.
Gotcha, Spanky.
Gotcha. Yeah, Knoxville, Tennessee. Man, my goodness gracious. Let's see. What time is it? We're getting close to the hour mark, folks. Is there anything anybody would like to add? Anything? Maybe something that we didn't touch on that you wanted to touch on?
No, I'm good.
Any websites? Anything at all you want to talk about?
No. We're good.
Oh, yeah, we're pretty good, I guess.
Okay.
I'm cool.
Dan says it's snowing where he's at. Is it snowing where you're at too, Center?
Yeah.
It is where Center is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I sure get a lot of rain and snow.
That's right.
It was 80 here yesterday, and tonight it's like in the 40s, and the wind's blowing like 35 miles.
It's real. It's nasty and nasty and cold here tonight, man. It's so much different than yesterday. Yesterday was beautiful, and then today it's like what? It's just total turnaround. Total different.
Well, I guess I got one thing I want to talk about real quick.
Sure, please do.
Go ahead.
Since it's like the holiday season, right? You know, people need to remember the elderly, you know, people in their families that they don't talk to all year. Because it happens. We all get busy. Just reach out to somebody that you know is lonely.
Good.
That's right.
You know,
Good point, Senator.
That's all I got.
Yeah, kind words just to check on somebody. That's always good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Show you care.
That's right.
That's right.
That's
Yeah,
right.
It's a hard time of year on a lot of people, so it's nice to show support and spread peace and joy, and that's all you can do. Yeah, I agree.
The holidays can be lonely, you know. So it's
right.
Loneliness is everything is cracked up to be. So you know, but that's a good point, Senator.
Or even if you see them at even like at a grocery store, just say hi, how are you? Even just a nice word.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah, that can make their day. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. A wave, a smile. Yeah. A hello. Yeah. Absolutely can make somebody's day. So
sure can, stuff. Man. A little bit of positivity goes a long way. You know, it does with me.
Yeah. And the world,
somebody just takes the time.
Yeah. The world needs it. So.
Oh man,
it does. It does. Absolutely, it does, man.
Great.
Sure does. Mr. Pierce says. Mr. Pierce says just some cold rain in Hampton, New Hampshire. Great words by Center this evening. That's right.
I agree.
Absolutely. Don't forget, y'all, to check out Our Metal Stage on YouTube. That's also who we have here is Center and Adam from Our Metal Stage podcast. Fantastic channel. I think the gentleman will be doing a podcast tomorrow or Monday. Is that right, gentlemen?
Yes,
that's correct.
Okay. Yep. Oh, awesome, man. Y'all be sure and check them out, man. It's always great to check them out, and they always have great things going on that channel over there. Subscribe, click that bell icon so you'll be notified every time they do a video or a live podcast, whatever. You'll get notifications. Hopefully, you never know about YouTube. YouTube sometimes works like it's supposed to, and sometimes it doesn't. You know, but all you can do is you can click all those things, those notifications, and hopefully you will get them. Check in the links below in the description of this video if you'd like to see any social media links or anything for T-shirts, apparel, hoodies. Even if you're a chef like Adam, you want to have an apron, we even got them on our store, thejoeisproject.com. Look on there, those aprons that say the Joeis Project on them. That's right, baby. You'll be cooking better within 12 hours. Anyway, so yeah.
Does Adam have his custom barbecue sauces? And
I think he's coming out with that.
Yeah, I'm working on it. That's coming. Yeah.
That's right. That's what's coming.
It's coming 2018.
You guys kill me.
Yeah, that's what's coming soon. Absolutely. Charlie S., how you doing, man? Yeah, that's what's coming soon with Adam. He's got his special sauces coming out, man. He's going to have a cooking show going on. He's going to show some, hey, that culinary school will be coming into effect, boy. We'll be doing it, boy. I said, Adam, show me how to cook that. He goes, I ain't showing you. I was like, come on, man. Yeah. Show me that. How you cook that? That's very good, though.
I guess I'm going to have to now.
He's an excellent cook, folks. He is an excellent cook. Seriously. Yes. For real. So,
thank you, Joe.
Thank you all for, yeah, absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Jim, thank you for being here, man.
Oh, thank you, Joe. And, appreciate it, guys.
And I'm sorry for the late message there
no problem.
On the thing, man. That was my bad. I'm
just glad I looked when I did.
Yeah, I know, man. I was like, oh, God almighty. So that was my bad. Again, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you to Center, Adam, Jim Guidry. And I'm Joe. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And we'll see you in the next video. Be safe, everyone. Happy holidays.
Bye, everybody.
Good night, everybody.